welcome back. So today we're gonna be doing a video. I'm just going down to my new office down here. Took the dogs on a walk. I look a little ratchet today. My hair's a mess because it's super greasy. And I trained this morning and I didn't feel like washing it for a video, and it's just, it is what it is, okay? So let's get into this. I'm excited about this video today. You guys already know the topic. And if you didn't know, follow me on Instagram, Lit and Faith. I wanna be friends. We're gonna talk about, can you eat what you love and still lose weight? And the answer is yes. So first we're gonna talk about something important before we get started. Is that you do need micronutrients, okay? So when you're doing, especially when you're doing a calorie deficit, it is so important to pay attention to the quality of the foods that you're eating, so you're getting enough micronutrients in, or you can supplement with a multivitamin. I definitely take a multivitamin, but you may have a different approach, and that's okay. I am a huge fan of eating lots of leafy greens. I eat a lot of meat. I eat high protein, and I do a little bit like of a lower carb, lower fat type of situation. I definitely go very protein heavy because I just love my chicken, I love my turkey, and I usually pair it with something that's fiber rich like asparagus or spinach or kale. So getting that out of the way, all food has different micronutrients. If you're ever curious about it, I recommend going into this app. It's called MyFitnessPal. And actually, I was using MyFitnessPal before this video because I want to show you guys the comparison of something that's quote unquote healthy and then something that's quote unquote not healthy, and which one is healthier. Which one can you lose weight on, right? So this right here is all natural sun butter. It is free from the top 8 allergens, and it is non-GMO certified. It's certified gluten-free, and it is made in the United States of America. So it's a very patriotic sunflower butter. Anyways, this sunflower butter, if we look at the label, I don't know if you guys can see that. I feel like that is just me over here trying my best. But if we look at the label, it says that 2 tablespoons is 200 calories. I'm gonna show you guys what a tablespoon looks like. This is a tablespoon. Who eats just 2 tablespoons of nut butter? That's my question. So anyways, there's just 2 tablespoons is 200 calories, whereas this donut is, let me pull this up for you. So this is actually a gluten-free donut, and it is from Baby Cakes Bakery, which is now known as Erin McKinney's bakery. It's in Disney Springs. They have one in New York. It's completely vegan, and it is gluten-free and vegan. So it's dairy-free and it's gluten-free, 2 of my favorite things. So you guys know I can't do gluten, so that's why I went to a gluten-free bakery. You don't have to. You can go to any bakery of your choice and see what selection they have, and most places have the calories listed. Erin McKinney's did not, but they said that it was inside the app under their old name, Baby Cakes. So that's what we're going with. Is it exact? We don't know, but it's probably gonna be pretty close. So I have it right here. It is 220 calories, so it's 20 calories more than just 2 tablespoons of the non-GMO natural nut butter, and it's 25 grams of carbs. Inside of the sun butter, it is 6 grams of carbs, so it's lower grams of carbs. The donut is 12 grams of fat, whereas this is 17 grams of fat, so this is higher fat. And then this has 2 grams of protein. The donut has 2 grams of protein, whereas this has 7 grams of protein. So you could say, you know, lower carb, higher fat, and this has a little bit more protein, not by a whole lot, but it still has a little bit more protein. So you can make up your own mind on which one you would rather go with, but I'm just gonna show you guys. This is crazy because the donut actually has more volume. So this has a lot more, you know, if you're craving a donut, basically what I'm saying is if you're craving a donut, this is gonna be more caloric probably, because you're gonna eat way more of this than you would this. You may eat this and you may feel satisfied, you're not gonna have the craving, and it'd be something that, you know, you're like, wow, I had a treat, I had a dessert, and you could fit this into your macros, you could fit this into your calories and still make it work. As long as you're in a deficit, that's the key to losing weight, is being in a caloric deficit. So I talked about this in my video on how to get abs. Essentially what you're gonna wanna do is find out what your basal metabolic rate is. From there, I use an in-body machine for mine. I'm sure there's way more accurate ways to get it, but that's just what I do. And you can do it that way, or you can use a calculator online. There's so many different calculators online. It may not be 100% accurate, so if you're not seeing results, you're gonna have to go back and kind of tailor it to where you want to get. So maybe, you know, you're not as active as you thought, or maybe the basal metabolic rate is wrong and you have to go in there and kind of play with it, or maybe you just need to update it because you've lost a little bit of weight and your basal metabolic rate has changed, because that definitely does happen. So we're going to talk about how you can eat this and still fit this into your day. You guys, what I'm eating for my dinner is what I call it. It's lunch and dinner, get it? So I actually am not gonna be eating this because of 75 hard. I'm trying to adhere to the strict standard. He said there's no deviation or else you start over on day 1. I don't want that to happen, so that's not gonna happen. This is actually what I'm gonna be having for dinner, and I'm gonna give you the stats on this. So we're gonna go ahead and open MyFitnessPal. The stats on this dinner is 359 calories. So this is actually like 110 calories more than the donut. So this is quite a lot of food compared to this. I have my cassava penne, I have my ground turkey, I have balsamic vinegar. The olive oil adds a ton of calories. Then I have a little bit of cracked pepper and salt on here, as well as asparagus, which is high in fiber, which is exactly what I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to get 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day. So we're gonna go ahead and see the breakdown on this. So the dinner is 37% carbs, it's 47% fat, and it's 16% protein. So I have about 14.9 grams of protein in my dinner. I have 18.9 grams of fat and 33 grams of carbs. In my donut experience, there was 2 grams of protein, so lower protein, 12 grams of the fat, and then 25 grams of carbs. So they're actually like pretty close, minus the protein. It's pretty close, but this is actually higher caloric, higher in calories than the donut. So calories are something that it's something you have to get in the groove of. Like, now I can eyeball things and I kind of know what it is, but it took months of me tracking what I was eating in exact amounts for me to be able to kind of like eyeball something. Even then, I don't trust the whole eyeballing because you just never know. Get yourself a food scale. I believe they're on my website. Link is down in the description. You can get any food scale off of Amazon. They're pretty accurate, and it's just a great way to kind of keep track of what you're eating and be more mindful of what you're eating. On the flip side of that too, you need to be tracking inside of a tracker. You can use MyFitnessPal, you can use First Form, you can use any of those online trackers. And that helps for you to get an idea of what you're actually eating. So today I've had 1,200 calories. I have 421 remaining. If I were to eat this meal and stop, I would weigh, it tells you, 112 pounds, well, 113 pounds in 5 weeks. I'm currently at like 117. So this would be like a cutting. I have 1 to 2 more meals depending on how I split it up. And so I'll probably do like a protein shake later, and I'm probably going to do like a very lean salad a little bit later too. So that's basically it. Things that you have to be more mindful of is higher caloric foods are gonna be like really fatty foods. So such as the sun butter, where we saw that it only took 2 tablespoons, which is very, not a lot. That is not, it's like my smile, look. Hello. It's not a lot of peanut butter. It's not a lot of sunflower butter. And what people usually do is they'll take not this fork, but they'll take a spoon and they'll just take a huge glob of the sun butter, or they'll take a huge glob of peanut butter thinking, hey, it's healthy, says it's healthy, says it's non-GMO, it's not gonna add to my weight. So they're eating like probably 4 servings, 5 servings, 6 servings, and they're not realizing that it is taking away from their results. And so I hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you wanna chat about anything, comment down in the comment box. I'm gonna put this down. But leave a comment. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like this video, and let me know what else you guys want to see. I do have a video coming out that's gonna be all about food phobia and how I got past food phobia and began to introduce real foods back into my life that are, you know, quote unquote things that I was afraid of before, unhealthy foods before, and how I did that, what it was like, my mindset around it, and also just, you know, my experience with the whole thing, because it's very difficult when you go from being someone who is afraid to eat things to someone who is liberated in what you're eating. It can be very intimidating. So I just want to be here for you guys, be your cheerleader in this, and yeah, so I hope you guys have a great weekend or week depending on when you're watching this. Much love, and I'll see you in the next video.